that a team deserved to flip-flop or not. And
I think it's a silly-ass rule. It's just, you know what, how you end at the end of the year is how you should be. There shouldn't be any flip-flopping, anything like that going on.
Like I said, I have no problem with two teams having the identical records and one team has beaten the other in head-to-head. That stands to reason. In almost every sport in every league,
right,
when two teams are tied, head-to-head is your first tiebreaker.
Yeah.
But you have to be tied in order for that to apply. Like I said before, in this situation, if they don't change it, there is going to be a year in which a 6-3 or 5-4 team is going to leapfrog over a 7-2 or 8-1 team because they just happen to have a good game and beat them.
Right.
And it's going to be ridiculous. I mean, in terms of in the eyes of everyone looking at Misha, and expecting a sense of fairness and all that other stuff, it's going to seem ridiculous.
Exactly.
So anyway, let's get to tonight's game. This Liberty North team, as you mentioned, they've lost to some good teams, but at the same time, they've struggled. They finished 4-5. The Titans should be able to handle them, but it's a question of, do they show up? What team shows up?
That's the big question right there. Which team shows up tonight? Does Liberty North have the weapons in the secondary to contain our receivers?
Yeah, well,
it's going to be a big key.
I was going to say there haven't been a whole lot of teams that have been able to do that. Even some of the best. And last week against Ray-Pec, it's been kind of interesting. We had in the one loss we had against Liberty North. I'm sorry, against Lee Summit North. We showed a vulnerability to the running game, and ever since then, teams have tried to run the ball on us until the Blue Springs game, in which we committed to stopping it and showed that we could.
Absolutely. And then last week against Ray-Pec, it took us a while to get back into that mode on defense. And Coach Carswell and his group did do it to stop Ray-Pec's run.
Well, we never did end up with the 8 guys in the box situation. We did what it was eventually we got that second or third score lead to the point where they abandoned the run.
They had to.
And so I don't know with tonight again. If I'm the Eagles and I'm looking at the Titans, I'm going to go with the running game until they prove me they can stop it.
Very true.
Teams are at the 50-yard line, shaking hands and getting ready for this game. And it's always a lot of pressure, of course, when you're in a one-and-done, now that we have finished the preseason 9 games and get to the real season, the district quarterfinals. One little bit of bad luck, and you can really find yourself, in hockey they call it gripping the stick too tight. We don't exactly have those, and it's probably a good thing we don't have sticks to run around with in football. But
probably it's a good thing.
But it's still a similar situation. I have seen it before, and so have you, obviously, as a coach. One of the things I noticed at the high school level is when a certain amount of adversity does hit high schoolers, they have this tendency to try and win the game by themselves instead of playing as a team. And so we'll see if that's what happens tonight. So it looks like I didn't get a call. Yeah, I didn't see him make an indication of who's going to get the ball.
He stood on the Titan side for the longest time.
Yeah, so I'm assuming they're going to get the ball. I don't know, though, if they deferred or if they won the toss. We'll try and find that out. When we come back, it'll be Lee Summit North with I keep saying Lee Summit North, Liberty North, and Lee Summit West. Kickoff after this on Titan Football. Presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back live here at Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, Lee Summit West and Liberty North, and the Titans and Eagles about set to go here as we believe referee Vince Hayes indicated that the North Eagles won the toss and deferred, and so the Titans will set up for a return. Our umpire today is Troy Hofstetter, Brian Woolworth, our linesman, Fred Lindsay, the line judge, and Kendall Pyant, the back judge. Ball teed up on the left hash mark at the 40-yard line with Cooper and Wilson back deep for the Titans. Brady Pohl awaiting the ready to go as they were getting the clock all set to go. 12 minutes shows, and we're underway as soon as he steps into this one. Not much wind here tonight. It's actually a beautiful night for football.
And most of the wind's coming out of the south.
And
Out of
it'll
the west, I'm sorry.
be Cooper, and he did just get across it was right at the goal line, but enough. It broke the plane, and so the Titans will take over 1st and 10 at their own 20. Ben Coble and company, and we'll see what they do. In the past several weeks, they themselves have tried to establish the run coming out of games, even though they have been pretty lethal on passes in some of those games. We'll see if they continue that trend. Although we do not see either Max Payne or Marcion Marshall to start this game off. Sammy Cooper is in the slot on the left side. Sometimes he'll come in motion to take a ball, but right now it's an empty backfield. Cooper does go in motion, and they will give it to Cooper, trying to get around the edge. He's being chased. He was hit and does a good job to get back across the 20 and gain about a yard to the 21.
Right side. Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 9.
Just underway here, first quarter. Titans and Eagles, winner take all, moving on to the semifinals to play the winner of Rockhurst and who are they playing? Lee Summit? Yeah. So we'll try and keep an eye on our scores, by the way, throughout the game. Let you know what's going on elsewhere. Coble from the pistol this time gives up the middle of Payne. He was hit. Couldn't really find a hole, eventually thrown backwards.
Hole there, but then it closed quickly.
Yeah, and he never really found it. It was there, but it was a little to his left, and he couldn't really make that turn. But he does gain about 3. It'll set up a 3rd down and 6.
3-yard gain. 3rd and 6.
Ball at the 24. They need the 30. Possibly the first pass here as they go twins on either side and Payne in the backfield. Now a man in motion is Cooper. Coble takes the snap, looks. We had a man over the middle, didn't pull the trigger. Now he'll step, throws, right side, caught, and it's Clemens hit and tackled as he get up to the 40-yard line. Cade Clemens with about a 16-yard catch, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Titans. And it was one of those things where Coble, I guess he just didn't like what he saw. There's a lot of traffic in front, but he did have an open receiver.
Yeah, he did right away. As soon as he made his cut, he was wide open.
There's little shades of Patrick Mahomes there, though, on the move it outside the pocket and throw it on the run. Empty backfield right now. Twins on either side, and Careswell the H-back on 1st and 10. Now Wilson comes in motion. They'll give it to him, trying to go around. Using his speed, does get to the end, and cuts up across the 50 down into Liberty territory.
I tell you what,
I was looking for a flag.
Dangerous block.
As we had a block that might have been in the back.
Yes, Cardell was very close.
Yeah, it wasn't a hold, but it was definitely close to the back. But no laundry on the field, so it'll be 1st and 10 on a good run by Wilson. They'll go pistol with one man to the left, Marshall. He'll move in motion now. And they'll swing it out to Marcion on the right side, makes the catch, heading toward the sideline. He's forced out of bounds as he gets across the 45 down to the 42. Marcion Marshall, they like him coming out of the backfield because of his height, apparently, because he makes a big target for Ben Coble.
He does make a very big target right there.
And one man in the backfield, I believe, is Marshall. No, I take that back. It's Payne. Back to throw. And throwing on the far side. Clemens, makes a great catch. And stayed in bounds to get about another 10 yards down to the 27-yard line, 28-yard line. And I tell you what, Tyler Eckersley was the defender on that play. He was step for step with him the whole way, but he never looked back for the ball.
Never did.
And it just sort of dropped in right over him.
Great concentration.
Yeah, for Clemens to be able to make that catch just required an immense amount of focus.
Uh-huh.
1st and 10 Titans. From the 28, Marshall now goes in motion. They look to swing it out to him. He makes the catch, cuts up the middle. He's tackled as he gets to around the 26. It'll be a pickuck of a couple.
Joel, that
2nd and 8.
Looked like it was designed to go outside.
I think so.
Back inside.
Right, which wasn't necessarily a bad idea. There was a lot of white jerseys in front of him. I think he just figured if he went up the field, he could get as much as he could, and then if he goes sideways, he's going to get less. 2nd and 8. Twins on the right, one man on the left. That's Cardell. Payne now in the backfield in the pistol. He on the fake. They throw it. Cardell makes the catch, makes a step around to the 10 to the 5, stiff arm into the end zone. Touchdown. Touchdown, Trevor Cardell, who made the catch and then made one little sidestep move to get around the corner and found his way into the end zone from 22 yards out.
And Trevor did a great job. Caught the ball about the 10-yard line and got his hand on that defender, kept fighting. That's nice stuff.
Just held him off with the stiff arm. Michael Wiley out for the extra point to make it a 7-0 lead. Clemens to hold. Snap back, ball down, kick up, high, long, and it is good. 3:13 left to go here in the first quarter. The Titans strike first. They lead it 7-0. Back with the kickoff coming up after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage, 810varsity.com.
Welcome back out here to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, the Hall of Famer, as the Lee Summit West Titans get the early lead. 3:13 left to go, first quarter, 7-0, and a good-looking drive. Couple of pretty impressive passes there. Coble first to Cade Clemens and then to Trevor Cardell.
Really set up very nice. Sterling did a great job. But again, the athletes did a great job in making the plays.
Wiley teased the ball just about 1.5 feet to the right of the middle of the field at the 40-yard line, and he'll step into this. A high, short kick comes down to the 15. It's fielded across the 20 up the middle, and hit and tackled was the return man, Warren Bennett III. Had a pretty good return, and in fact, actually, I think they kind of got a little bit lucky there that Carson Peck was able to he made the hit, but I thought for a minute that he was going to maintain his balance, but
I did too.
Didn't quite. So good field position for the second time here for the Eagles. They started in front of the 20 the first time. This time it's at the 30. But the Titans, after one pretty good passing play, were able to stop them in their first drive. We'll see what happens here as their first run to the right side, looking for yardage Turner. And he is encompassed at about the 32, pickup of maybe 3. Let's call it 33. And it'll be 2nd and 7. But the Titans benefited in that first drive by a bad snap that really killed their drive more than anything else. Forced them into a long and a passing situation on 2nd and 3rd down. Van Dyne from the pistol. And he'll give it again. Oh, little bobble there and hit in the backfield, but bouncing off of it, Turner, and he's going to get some running room on the left side. Still on his feet across midfield inside the 40. Grauberger will force him out of bounds at about the 40-yard line. But I tell you what, Minifield had him in the backfield, and he just bounced right off of it.
Good hard hit, too.
Yeah. Well, you got to give him credit, Keyshawn Turner, for maintaining the balance.
Mm-hmm.
So second pretty long play for Liberty in this game as they get into Titan territory for the first time. 1st and 10 on Lee Summit West 40-yard line. Van Dyne with a trio in a bunch formation on the right side. And he will toss it out that way, looking for the wide receiver screen. And a nice tackle there by Fredrickson to save any more, but that'll be good for a first down on the Chuck to Warren Bennett, the third.
Shane Fredrickson.
And it'll be good for a first down, 1st and 10. They'll mark him out at the about 27 and a half or so. And I tell you what, it may have been me, but I sure thought that Turner started going forward early on that stop. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
That should have probably been a false start, but it is, or illegal motion. But no call, and back to throw is Van Dyne. Looking left side, throwing left side, wide open, making the catch, and off into the end zone there's a flag. Touchdown. As Warren Bennett made the catch and then bounced off another tackle. That's about the third time in this game.
Was that a clip?
It could have been. Well, it happened away from where the play was, but I don't know if it was on the Titans or on the or if it was on a block. It looks like they're walking back. And it is a legal block in the back against the Eagles. And I tell you what,
that guy
didn't need it.
Block.
No, it was away from the play, like I said. I mean, by the time he hit him, Bennett was already past that point on the field. But he was just coming back to try and do a block, and then I think the Titans got pretty lucky, though, on that one. It'll be first down and short after the penalty. First and about 4. Pistol formation again, the bunch of 3, and they'll throw again. And the same sort of wide receiver screen. And down to about the 11, it'll be 1st and 10. And do we have a flag? Yeah, it's the wide receiver Sturvino on that area is going to get is going to get called for holding. I don't know. It was. I've seen stuff like that be let go, and I've seen it get called. I don't know that I could say that it was a clear hold or not. I don't know. Maybe you saw it better.
It was a good sell job.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was blocking. It almost fit the description of offensive pass interference in that he started blocking before the throw happened. But, and on a wide receiver screen, that's the one thing you can't do. You can't go down the field and start blocking into a corner before your quarterback has tossed the ball to the other receiver, and he did do that. So I guess that you could say that it was a little bit lucky because offensive pass interference is an even worse call. Rolling left side, Van Dyne looking. He's chased, throws. Oh, it's off the hands of the intended receiver, Wood, and little tip situation, but nobody there for the Titans to pick it up. There was
Sammy Cooper was close.
Yeah, but he was unfortunately going one way, and it was tipped the opposite way. There was no way he was going to be able to change directions and get to it. So it'll be now 2nd down and 13. With the penalties, that was a 1st and 13, oddly enough. 1:13 left to go here in this first quarter. The Titans hanging on to a 7-0 lead. And the Eagles doing everything but score here so far. On play action, they come with a blitz, throwing down the middle. He's got an open man. Incomplete, just over the attempt for Warren Bennett. And it'll set up a 3rd down, 3rd and 13.
Good coverage by Sammy Cooper.
He was close, but a good throw would have been a touchdown. He overthrew him by just a little bit and also put it a little to his left instead of leading him as he was running to the right.
13 yards to go. It's 3rd down.
Turner back in the pistol. They throw on the left side and incomplete.
Wow.
A lucky situation there as Carswell was over there. The throw was intended for Wood. It was a poor throw. It was thrown to his left.
It's just about picked off.
It could have been. And I think Cam really wasn't looking for the ball because if he had tried to run through the attempt for the catch, because he can do that, he might have been able to actually make that interception.
Well, and then Wilson had a shot at it too.
After it hit him, yeah. So it looks like Pole's going to come out for an attempt here of 46 yards. What the Titans were unwilling to do, the Eagles will do. Van Dyne, the quarterback, is the holder. He puts it down. The kick is up. It is high. Plenty of leg. And it is good. It was good by 10 yards. He could have made that from 57, I would say.
And I believe Greg Jones will try that tonight.
So we'll see. 7-3 our score as the Eagles get on the board. Back with the kickoff coming up after this. 58.9 seconds showing on the clock in the first quarter. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Well, I tell you what, Brady Pohl, if nothing else, looks to me like he's ready to go D1 as far as the kicker is concerned, because he made that look easy. A 47-yard kick, and he just pounded it through.
I wonder if he's got any offers.
I don't know. He's got it teed up on the left hash mark at the 40-yard line. Last time he kicked it just into the end zone to Cooper. We'll see what he does here. And it's an onside kick, and I think Pohl did get it. Yep, he did. The kicker himself. Max Payne came up, but Pohl beat him to it. And an onside kick is recovered by the Eagles, and they'll take over 1st and 10 in Titan territory at the 49.
That's Greg Jones' magic right there.
Liberty North recovers the onside kick.
Caught the Titans napping. They do still lead at 7-3, but they're going to need their defense to step up now after giving up that field goal.
And did it look like he went after it?
What? Who went after it?
The Titans right there.
No, only Payne. He was the only one that actually noticed it. Everybody was going the other direction. Payne came up and he did try to get to it, but the kicker himself, Pohl, got to it before he did. And it is a run left side. Pretty good running again for Turner. He'll get to about the 45. And he's pushed back from there, but a gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Run by number 44, Keyshawn Turner.
Tell you what, this Eagles team must make a living at throwing the ball because, the Titans in the past have shown a susceptibility to the run, and they really haven't been trying to get them that way.
No, not at all.
So they must feel like their strength is through the air. And so far, they've been relatively effective.
They've got a bunch of good-looking receivers.
Couple of H-backs coming up to the right side, though, and they'll give it to Turner, and he's hitting the backfield. Good job that time coverage-wise as Grauberger came up, and then Lyon helped finish him off. No gain on the play, probably a loss of about a half a yard back to the 46, and it'll be 3rd down and 7 from there.
I think you made a great point. I mean, them running the ball isn't very successful, but when they throw the football... Except
for the one time that he bounced off a mini field and changed direction, but you're right. That's the end of the first quarter of play. We have played 12 minutes here at Titan Stadium. The Titans hanging on to the lead 7-3. Back with the second quarter after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Fame, Lee Summit West, and Liberty North. Titans on top of the Eagles 7-3. 3rd down and 7 for Liberty North as they move the ball all of 8 yards to switch ends.
Right.
On the 46.
That's always easy and fun.
Yeah, the refs love it when the ball's at midfield at the end of a quarter. Pistol formation. H-back in motion to the right. They look back over to the sideline to change the play. First play of the second quarter. And I think we're going to get a timeout now. Well, I guess the Liberty North needed more than just the changeover for the quarter to figure out what they were going to do. They must not have liked whatever defense the Titans were showing.
It looked like Coach Carswell was bringing a blitz.
Well, that is one thing that we haven't seen a whole lot of yet is pressure on Van Dyne. And so I don't know. But, yeah, whatever it was, the powers that be at Liberty North decided they better take their first time out. But, you know, that's better than, I mean, this is an important play. They're possibly in 4-down territory here. You know.
Yeah, this is a big possession for them.
Yeah.
Big turnover.
They got the onside kick. Yeah.
And you know what? You got a hell of a kicker.
Yeah, he could make it from here.
I think he could, too.
63 would be the kick from right here, by the way. 3rd down and 7. Man in motion is Bennett. And they'll play action with time throwing down the field. Bennett has a step but incomplete as Christian Wilson was following him down. He did have maybe a step on him, but the ball was thrown maybe about 5 yards too far overthrown by Van Dyne. So going to be a punting situation here.
Good, powerful arm by Van Dyne.
Wonder if they'll take another delay of game call here.
Yeah.
With the ball on the Titan 46. Pohl is actually standing at his own 40, and as we've said before, there's always the chance of a fake, although it is 4th and 7. Cooper and Grauberger standing about the 15. And it is a line drive kick, and Cooper will take it at the 7. Up to the 10, he's hit and tackled at about the 13, and probably a poor decision to catch that ball. As we've said before, you know, the old adage was to plant your feet on the 10-yard line. If it goes over your head, you never catch it. But even more so in this situation, the ball was a kind of line drive kick. If that hits, it's going to go in the end zone.
It would. And Coach Carswell this year went out and got him an offense or a special teams coordinator, and so he's making all the calls, and it really kind of dumbfounds me right now why that is not a rule. You put your heels on the 10.
Yeah.
If it goes over, let it roll into the end zone.
So poor field position for the Titans as they start, but they have the lead 7-3. Ball on the 13-yard line. Payne in the backfield behind. And on play action, they toss it out to Cooper on the wide receiver screen. He'll come up the far sideline and get a first down all the way up to the 25. Well, that's how you teach him. See, when he makes a poor decision, you throw the ball to him and say, now you get us out of this. And he did.
Yes, he did.
So good for you, Sammy. 1st and 10 on the 25 for the Titans. Clock running at 11 and a half minutes to go in the half. Trips on the right side this time. And on play action again, they go to Cooper. And he's able to elude one man as he didn't get much help on the block from Goodall.
Did not.
And was able to at least get something back to the original line of scrimmage.
Might have lost a little bit.
Pass complete to Cooper on the
I think he got back to the line of scrimmage at 25.
Okay, they moved it back.
But still, it was that play had much more potential when they first threw it, except for the fact that there was just no block on the play as Chase Jones came off of Goodall and was able to make the tackle, or at least get in Sammy's way enough to disrupt it. Up the middle, the run for Payne. He'll get across the 30 to about the 31 and set up a
Payne with the carry up the
3rd down and relatively short, a very makeable 3rd and 4.
3rd down and 3.
Maybe even 3. Yeah, they gave him to the 32, so yeah, let's call it 3rd and 3. Which pretty much opens up the playbook to anything.
It does. And right here, I bet you he comes out with a run right here.
Marshall goes in motion. They're going to swing it over the middle on the slant pass. Caught Cardell. He'll have the first down and more across the 40 to the 42. Gain of 10 on 3rd and 3. That'll be 1st and 10. Nice little slant pass. And they disguised it well by running the same formation as they had on that swing pass over and over. And had the defense, especially the safeties, looking to go that direction.
Yes, they took off in the other direction. You're right.
Double H's this time with Payne in the pistol. 1st and 10 from their own 42 for the Titans. And they'll throw it to Cardell. on the far side makes the catch. Nice tackle in the open field up near the midfield stripe, probably about 2 yards shy at the 48. And a good little tackle there by Priester in the open field.
I think Priester kind of knows how Cardell is with that stiff arm, so he's trying to avoid that right now.
Plus, Trevor is about 9 feet tall, so that center of gravity is a little higher for him than it is for a lot of people. Second down, let's call it 4 from the 48. They need to get to the 48, but it's the 48 of the Eagles. And they're going to have to call a timeout because the play clock was down to 1, and they hadn't even come up to the line yet. So both teams have managed to burn a timeout for no good reason.
Well, exactly.
9:08 left to go here in this second quarter. Titans have been able to drive the football every time they've had it. They had the one little glitch the first drive when they when Coble took a sack when he probably didn't need to. But they've at least been able to show an ability to move the ball pretty well. And Liberty North has not had a real good answer.
Club would like to recognize businesses.
The Titans have such a balanced offense. It's really tough to know how to, who it's kind of the same way with the Chiefs. So many weapons. Who do you cover? Then you go after Cardell, and then Clemens will burn you. If you go after Clemens and Cardell, then Cooper will burn you. If you cover everybody, then Max Payne will run.
Well, and I tell you what, I don't think we had the personnel out there. I think that's why, because Cardell had come off the field, and that's why I think Sterling wanted a timeout there.
Plus, he was about to get a penalty. They come up to the line quickly, a quick snap and a toss. On the right side, Payne looking for a hole. He cuts up one, and he gets across the midfield down inside the 40 to about the 38, maybe 39. Max Payne with a big burst of speed once he finally got that hole. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the Eagle 38 for the Titans.
Max running very hard tonight.
First down.
What the heck was that?
A moth?
1st and 10 Titans.
Sucker was big. Yeah, it didn't.
The big football coach here. Jumping at a moth.
Well, heck yeah. Looked like a big old bird or something.
I think those reading glasses might be too strong of a prescription. Hand off to Wilson. Oh, nice play. Again, calling out the name of this same guy, Jersey Braden. He's made about 3 really good plays. That was a loss of about 6, maybe even 7, back to the 45.
7-yard loss on the play. Second down.
And it'll be second down from there.
Jersey Brady, he's senior, 5'11", 195.
Well, that's not very big for an interior lineman. He's certainly been able to find his way into the backfield, hasn't he?
He's quick off the ball.
And in play action, rolling right side and throwing down the field, looking for Cardell, and just overthrew him was Coble.
Coble took a shot right there.
Yeah, well, he had him. It was open. He just overthrew him. Maybe
personally took a shot.
Oh, that's what you mean. So it'll set up a 3rd down and long. And once again, the Titans, through a tackle for a loss and not like a penalty or something, may have put themselves out of a position to, maybe get some points. Although if they can get some of this back, they're either going to be in 4-down territory or in a position to maybe try a long field goal. Trips on the right side, 3rd and 17. Coble back to throw. They're only rushing 3. Throws. He's got a man. It's caught. Clemens, and a nice little wrap up there as he's shy of the first down by about 5 yards. But Stevenson came up, wrapped him up, and wouldn't let him go.
And they're not moving at all.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to go 4 downs here. It would be a 50, maybe 51-yarder, so I don't blame them for going for it here. That's a lot to ask out of Wiley. Be apparently a chip shot for Polk. So 4th down and let's say 5. Titans go empty backfield. They seem to be a little confused about the play. Payne in motion. They may be ready to call a timeout. Looked to me like they were trying to get him to jump.
Lee Summit West will take their 2nd timeout of the half.
I think that was the idea. They looked a little confused, but I do, just based on Coble's reaction, I think he was trying to get him to jump, and they always intended to call a timeout to figure out what they wanted to do here. But I don't see how you have a whole lot of choice.
You don't have a lot of choices.
They're not really in easily makeable field goal range. Michael might have the leg for this, but I would say it's at the very edge of his ability.
I think you're right.
And so I'm not going to take the chance of it, especially since we have an offense that's easily capable of getting 5 yards.
We do.
And you don't punt it from here because you're going to get 12 yards out of it, even if you miss it. So we'll see what they do.
I think you're right. There was a design play to try to draw them off sides, and with all the moving around.
So they got a bunch of 3 on the right side, and then one-man Cardell far out on the left. He's looking that direction. Now he's got Cooper. Is caught. Going for the stick. He gets the first down and more. Spins around at the 20, and he's pulled down. But the Titans needed 5 and get about 12. Sammy Cooper with a nice little route. And then did a good job of getting the yards after the catch.
Very nice design play right there. Misdirection, come underneath. Sammy Cooper wide open. Nobody accounted for him.
Clock running with 6:50 left to go in the half. Titans right at about the 20-yard line, maybe the 21. 1st and 10 from the pistol. Back to throw is Coble with time throwing. Far side Cardell, and didn't come up with the catch. Not sure if he could have and stayed in bounds.
I don't think it was a very...
No, not a well-thrown ball. It
2nd
was
and 10 from the 21.
overthrown slightly. Although, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think he felt like he had any ability to both catch it and stay in bounds, so he kind of reached over for it, but more knocked it down than anything else. 2nd and 10, stops the clock with 6:36 left to go. Careswell comes in to be an H-back, and Goodall comes out. We'll see if they run it here on 2nd down. It is Payne, right side. He's hit at the line, forces his way up across the 20 down to about the 18. A pickup of 3,
To the right side.
and that was just all will yardage, wasn't it?
It was. Nice hard run. Carrying 3 or 4 people with him.
So it sets up a 3rd down and long
3rd down and
inside the
7
red
for the
zone.
Titans.
They'll send Cooper and Cardell out to the left side, and Clemens on the right. Careswell stays in. They fake throwing, and it is Cardell. Makes the catch, gets a 1st down, spins off another tackle, hitting and sent down at about the 5-yard line, about the 3rd time somebody hit him.
Cardell with the
I
catch.
tell you what,
And it'll be
just
1st
about
and goal
rolled
from
into the
there.
end zone.
Yeah, that last one, if he could have managed to stay on his feet, it was a touchdown.
Tackle made by number 39, Nico Pelkey.
1st and goal, Titans from the 4.
1st and goal, Titans from the Eagle 4.
Wilson will set up behind Coble in the pistol. Double H-backs. And they will give it to Wilson right up the middle. Big hole. Got from the 4 down to about the 1. He's finally pushed back, and they blow the whistle.
Still not going
Wilson with the
down.
carry.
Yeah, he's still fighting, going forward. Unfortunately, he was running backwards. His feet were going forward, but he wasn't. So he had 2 Eagles on him pushing him back. But they'll give him forward progress to about the 1. That'll be 2nd and goal from there.
Sammy Cooper back in, quarterback.
Yeah, he'll take the snap this time. It may be closer to the 2. I thought he was further in than that. On 2nd and goal, man in motion, Wilson again. They fake it to him, up the middle, Cooper. He was hit at the line, nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
And they're going to tackle him back at around the 4. They may give him forward progress to the 3, but it'll set up a 3rd down and goal from there.
Offensive line got stood up.
Yeah, they really
Cooper with
did.
the loss of 1 on the catch.
Kopp really led the
3rd
way
down
that
goal for the
time.
Titans from the
Sean
3-yard
Kopp
line.
for the Eagles. And it'll be 3rd and goal. Coble's back in. Cooper's wide right, now comes back in motion. And he'll roll to the right side. Coble looking to throw, back in the end zone. Cardell caught, touchdown. Touchdown, Titans, Trevor Cardell, 2nd time in the end zone. And the Titans lead it 13-3 with the extra point to come.
That was a great pass the Cardell right there, but did you see the backside? Sammy Cooper slipped out into the back. He was in the back of the end zone on the other side, wide open.
Yeah, but that was still the right decision.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No, it was the right decision, but it was a great outlet, though.
But with Trevor, I mean, as tall as he is, that was way too easy.
Yeah.
Wiley's extra point. Boy, they came after it, but he got it off, and it's good. 4:14 left to go here in this first half of play. Titans get on the board again. It's 14-3. Back with a kickoff coming up after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage, 810varsity.com.
An impressive drive by the Lee Summit West Titans, starting on their own 13 and driving down 87 yards. Trevor Cardell capping it off with a 3-yard touchdown catch from Ben Coble. And the Titans lead at 14-3 here. 4:14 left to go in the first half. Michael Wiley with the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, right on the hash mark. Middle of the field, and he'll kick this one high and to about the 3. Returnable right up the middle across the 20-25 and hit and tackled as he gets to about the 28 was the returner on the play, and that was Luke Matthews.
The weather tonight could
Returned
be
by number 85, Luke Matthews.
causing an
Brought
issue
down by
of
number 15, Jake Robert.
Maybe because it's cold? It's not. There's no real wind.
there's no real wind.
Maybe they forgot to fill them with helium. That doesn't actually help, by the way. I told you before, Mythbusters proved that. So the Eagles with the football on their own 28, trailing 14-3 as they give up the middle, and Turner with the run, but not much there. Got to the 30, gain of 2, 2nd and 8. This is kind of interesting that even though they haven't shown much of a propensity to run, the Titans have been going with 4 down linemen. Have you noticed that?
I noticed that.
I'm assuming that's for the pass rush more so than it is to guard against the
Second down
rush.
and 8 for the Eagles from their own 30 yards.
Still haven't seen a whole lot of pressure, though, against Van Dyne. And on play action, he rolls to the left. He's being chased, throwing. Near side, it is caught. And a nice open field tackle that time by Fredrickson as Sturvino makes the catch.
Complete to number 18, Braden Sturvino.
And it'll be a gain of maybe 7 and set up a 3rd down and 3. Clock running, 3:15 left to go in the first half.
Big pressure up the middle by
North
number
has
49, Elliott Keith.
2 of their 3 timeouts remaining.
3
Titans
yards
have
to
only
go.
1.
It's 3rd down.
Liberty North does get the football to start the second half, if you did not recall. Twins on the right side, rolling right. Van Dyne throwing right side, and a nice catch. Going down to his to the ground was A.J. Wood, and managed to make it. Stayed in bounds apparently. I wasn't sure if his back feet were going to be out, but apparently not. There is a flag down though back in the backfield,
Holding against Liberty North.
and so this one's coming back as the Eagles
And that's
shooting
what,
themselves in the foot there.
They've been doing that all night long.
It's funny because we haven't seen.
Play and then
We haven't actually seen a ton of Laundry throughout the game, but it seems like we're seeing him on almost all the most important plays.
right on the big ones.
Yeah, there was a flag on the what would have been a touchdown catch for them. There was a flag on the play right after that when they had 1st and 3 from, inside the red zone that knocked them outside the red zone. So it's been tough. So now it's 3rd down. And I think they're going to call a timeout. Liberty North will call a timeout. Keeping in mind that it was 3rd and long when they'd done that play. It would have been a 1st down, and now it's 3rd and 18. Tough position to be in with 2:33 left to go because, you don't want to on the one hand, you don't have a whole lot of plays in the playbook that are designed to get 18 yards. On the other hand, you don't want to set up a two-play situation where you make yourself try on fourth down because you're too far in your own territory, and you don't want to give the Titans free points. But at the same time, you also don't want to kick it away to them because with 2:33 left to go, they got plenty of time to score.
They do. And Van Dyne's got a very good, strong arm.
Yeah.
And he's got good receivers, too.
So we'll see how much of a prevent the Titans play in. But if I were they, I'd be stacking about 4 or 5 guys on the 36, 37-yard line and saying good luck. But we'll see what they do here. On 3rd and 18 after the timeout, Van Dyne rolls right side. He's looking to throw. He will throw down the far side. He's got a man. It's caught. Yes, he does hang on to it.
Wow.
A.J. Wood again. Boy, if he could have maintained his footing, that was 6 points.
Complete to number 4, A.J. Wood.
But he, unfortunately for him, went down after he caught it, but all the way to the 40-yard line.
So they're already in field goal range.
Probably.
Titans 40-yard line, 1st and 10.
Clock running, 2:22 left to go. Liberty North with just the one timeout remaining. A group of 3 on the far side. They give it to Turner on the run. Oh, he finds a big hole, and he's finally hit and tackled at about the 26-yard line. Minifield made the hit, and I tell you what, I think we're kind of lucky that Grauberger might have gotten a penalty at the end there because he hit him well after he was down.
Really late.
No flag, though.
Tackle made at the 26, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 for the Eagles. Seeing somebody new, Williams Davis in the backfield for this play. And they toss it. Wide receiver screen again. They've had some success with this. This time the Titans play it pretty good and stop Bennett before he was really able to get going. No gain on the play, maybe even a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Actually, they gave him about 2.
2-yard gain on the catch.
90 seconds left to go in this half. And it'll be 2nd and 8. Van Dyne with Twins on the right. He'll roll to the right. He throws to the right. It is caught and tackled immediately on the catch by Sturvino.
Braden Sturvino. Tackle made by number 1, Fredrickson.
And it'll set up a 3rd down, and it looks like the Eagles are going to call their last timeout. Interesting choice there with 1:09 left to go. It's not like they were in a position where they had to call a timeout. But this is a big play on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it is.
But still, they would have had time to set up a play and everything like that. I don't know, because now you're out of timeouts.
Right. So do you take a shot to the end zone, or do you go just to the yard marker?
I mean, I think they got enough time to go to the yard marker. But it depends. I would base it on what kind of defense the Titans come out. If the Titans come out showing some sort of press, then go for the end zone. And if the Titans come out in some sort of prevent, then go for the yard marker. In other words, they give you the underneath, take it.
Have you ever thought about coaching football?
No.
You've got all the answers, though.
Well, it's easy from up here, isn't it? All right, so 3rd down and about 5. Quick snap and tossing to Turner, and he dropped the football.
Pass is incomplete.
Well, it was right in his hands, and he just dropped it. I'm not sure he would have gotten the 1st down, to be honest.
Right in the bread basket.
But now we'll see. I'm imagining they're going to bring Pohl out here for a chip shot.
Especially with them having the ball 2nd half.
It's funny. That was kind of how I got I solidified my first broadcast job. You're talking about having all the answers, is because I sort of predicted a play, and this was in a college game down in New Orleans, a Tulane game, as this will be a 28-yard attempt. The kick is up, and he missed it.
And the kick is no good.
Great distance.
Line drive, he had plenty of distance, but he went
pulled it to the left.
So the Titans will take over 1st and 10 on the 20 with 1:02 left to go.
Take over at the 20
And they've got plenty of time to go for something here.
1:02 left on first half.
One timeout left. But anyway, so Yeah, it was. I don't remember end of the first quarter, beginning of the second quarter, and I sort of predicted a play. I at the time, Tulane, whom I was calling the game for, I was the color guy. It was your job. I wasn't the play-by-play guy, and I made this rather innocuous comment that on first down, they had a 1st and 10 from the other team's 25, and I said on first down, this whole game they've either run a fullback dive up the middle, or the quarterbacks run an option to the strong side. You'd think the defense would be keying on this. If they faked that handoff, you'd freeze your, safeties, end up with single coverage on some linebacker, on some flanker. And back to throw Coble here. He'll throw down the far side, or near side, I should say. Clemens, boy, incomplete. Where's the flag? There was plenty of contact.
My goodness.
And no flag. I can't believe that. He practically tackled him.
Oh, my goodness.
Literally practically tackled him.
Oh, Kendall Pye missed that one.
So at any rate, I again, the chances of them actually doing that are almost zero.
Right.
And the thing is, even if they had done it and it didn't work, it still would have looked good because it would seem like me and whoever was calling the plays were thinking the same thing. But it worked out well. It was like I'd drawn it up, and they'd end up throwing a play-action touchdown pass. And all of a sudden, I was the football genius of New Orleans. Incomplete. Oh, and then a little bit of a late hit out of bounds there by the safety,
Pass is incomplete.
Jones on the play.
10 for number 14, Clemens.
Cade seems like he's okay. It'll be third down and 10. So, yeah, predicting a play solidified my position as the expert analyst.
Very nice. Well, it looks like Ben Cole's putting a little bit too much on it.
On some, yeah, on several of his balls he has, actually. Twins on the right side here on 3rd and 10, and they delayed give. Max Payne, and he looks like he's got a first down. Yeah, needed the 30 and got the 31. That'll move the chains. Clock stopped to move them with 44 seconds left to go in the half.
That's good for Elisa West. First down.
They get things going again. Back to throw. Coble throws near side. Clemens makes the catch. And he'll get up to about the 45. Didn't go out of bounds, though. They'll stop the clock to move the chains, though, because he did get 13 yards on the play.
Tackle made at the 45.
Stops the clock with 35 seconds left to go. Still plenty of time. Coble from the pistol. Twins on either side. Back to throw again. He'll throw near side, incomplete. And again, Goodall with the catch. And again, there was just a ton of contact well before the ball. I mean, that was way before the ball got there. Yeah. I mean, he got an earful, but didn't pull out the flag. Stops the clock, though, with 27.7 showing. 1st and 10. The Titans probably need about 30 more yards to be in a position to get some more points. Back to throw Coble. Throws far side. He's got Cardell, but he overthrew him. And Trevor kind of gave up on the play, too.
He did. He looked like he stopped.
Yeah.
Pass is incomplete.
But the depth perception for you and I are a little different up here than it is down there.
True enough. 3rd down and 10 now, though, for the Titans. 23.6 showing on the clock. They've got Twins out on the left side. Goodall in between Cardell and Cooper, and then Clemens on the right. And again, a delayed give. Payne with some pretty good running room, and he's going to be shy. Went out of bounds, but he's going to be shy of the first down, it looks like.
Payne forced out of bounds.
Unless they gave him a good spot.
Boy.
Nah, they're going to call it a 4th down. Actually, where they put the ball down.
Where they put it down.
Yeah, that's a first down, and they did give him the first down.
Titans.
Stops the clock with 18.6 seconds left as they move the chains.
Pass interference.
Coble trying to direct traffic and get the play in here. He did go out of bounds, so the clock has been stopped. Goodall in motion. Back to throw. Coble throws far side, and it is intercepted. Intended for Cooper, and he does a good job of hanging on to prevent that from being a pick six, but jumping the route.
Intercepted by number 28.
Austin Haas.
8 seconds left. Bring the kicker out.
It would be a 57-yarder from where they are right
In the
now.
first half. It's Eagle
And they have no
ball, first and
timeouts.
10
Tell you what, though, that was just too far of a throw.
Flag on the sideline.
Sideline warning, maybe?
Probably so.
No, a face mask against the Titans. Now, are they marking off another 5 yards? Because if they do, that definitely puts them in field goal range.
He's out there, too.
Yeah.
Face mask.
That's a big face. It's only the 5-yard variety, but it goes from a 57-yarder to a 52-yarder. And although we know he has the leg to make it from either distance, it's a lot easier.
It is.
When you start and get that far out. Though keep in mind Van Dyne, the quarterback, is the holder too. 8.7 seconds left, and now I think the Titans will call a timeout.
Try to ice him here.
Either that or decide how they might want to come after him. Because, with a long kick like that, kickers can't put it up that high so quickly. So you have a better shot at an attempt at a block.
Right.
Although in high school, if you do block it, you can't return it for a touchdown or something, can you? I didn't think so. Although, with 8 seconds left, if that happens and they stop it, the Titans would have the opportunity to at least take a shot. Kind of topsy-turvy end of this first half here.
When's the last time you saw something like
ago against Liberty? 21 points in 19 seconds or whatever the heck it was. Gonna have some looks like they bring the offense out here for this now. They've changed their mind. And they're going to go offense. They're going to make a toss over the middle, and it is caught. Trying to get to the sideline. Pushed out of bounds was Sturvino, and there's still 2.8 seconds left. So apparently they didn't have enough confidence in their kicker to just try it from there, because that was clearly just intended to get some more yards, not to go to the end zone.
How many flags have you seen in it?
Not enough.
Because that could have been a flag.
Oh, absolutely. Although he was pushed while he was still in bounds. So Pohl here now out to kick a 37-yard attempt. Made one from 47 early, and the kick is up, and it's good.
And the field goal is good.
That ends the first half of play with the Titans on top, 14-6. Up aside and come back for the halftime festivities right here from Titan Stadium on Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes or if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance behind them have you covered. Auto owners. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about auto owners insurance today.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of athletics.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you us by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
I got a message for you. Radio is the way to go if you want to advertise. Targeting your customers, any shape or size. Radio is a perfect way to tell them who and where you are. They listen at work, they listen at home, and you got them in that car. You got to go with radio when you want to advertise. Here we go, watch me now. Hard rockin', soft rockin', easy listening too. Up and down the dialer formats just for you. Country, classic, talk, and gospel stations. Every market across the land has got a station for your situation. The cost is low, and radio is theater of the mind. You can present your information with imagination. If you want to get your message across the airways with radio. Call them, they will come right over. Remember, you got to go with radio when you want to advertise. There are lots of stations just your size.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Briar Payne Mead Insurance in Kansas City today at bpminsurance.com or call 913-402-9576. That's 913-402-9576 and ask about Auto Owners Insurance today.
Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
High school sports fans, Trent Green here, and when I want the latest scores and news, there's only one place I go, 810varsity.com. Live scores, features, brackets, and even watch games live on the laptop, phone, or mobile device. Watch the Lee Summit, Blue Springs, and Park Hill schools, Blue Valleys, Olathes, Rockhurst, Miege, Lansing. The list goes on into Missouri and Kansas. And playoff broadcasts too, plus top 25, awards, and more. Check it out now, Kansas City's home for high school sports, 810varsity.com.
Are you looking for a heartwarming and unique gift? Consider master storyteller David Lewis's Memories CD collection. Warm memories of the cold. 9 of David's best memories of sleds, snow, grandpa on ice, 34 degrees below, skates, and Christmas. Hooves, paws, wings, and claws. 13 recollections of cats, horses, dogs, birds, a misguided vet, and a bobcat that stuck to the wall. Just folks. 13 memories of the witch in the woods and other captivating people, gone but not forgotten. And you had to be there. 14 heartwarming tales like Fantasy on the Porch, An Ox Out of His Box, A Foot Fetish Catfish, and more. Recollecting times, places, people, and events in David's life you simply have to hear for yourself. David's CDs are available online at memoriescds.com. You can hear audio clips at the website. That's memoriescds.com. Why not buy the gift that can be enjoyed over and over? David Lewis's Memories CD collection. A touch of the heartland for your family.
Welcome back to halftime. We apologize for the technical glitches with the video tonight. We are working through it, and hopefully we've got it figured out. Lee Summit West, the home team, is up 14-6 over the Eagles from Liberty North. We've got some stats here for you, and while the coach gives you the stats, I'll be pulling some scores, and we'll have some scores ready. Get them cheaters out. Get those cheaters out, man.
Catch me off guard, dog. Man, let's see here. As Mark just told you, the Titans are up 14-3. Liberty North came in here and, I'm sorry, 14-6. My bad. Came in, missed a shot there in the latter part of the second quarter, and then had a pick, brought it back down, and set up for another kick, and this time they made it. Right now, total offense is for Liberty North, 155. For Lee Summit West, 258. Number of plays ran, Liberty North 21, Lee Summit West 40. Passing yards, 108 for Liberty North, 209 for Lee Summit West.
7-2.
Rushing yards, pretty even, 47 for North and 49 for West. That's kind of crazy. No turnovers during the game here so far.
Got the one pass
intercepted right there.
Led to 6 points,
Towards
but
the
also they're not turnovers, but the penalties have killed North in the first half.
Yeah, they have 4 for 35 yards. West is 1 for 5. Ben Coble 17 for 24 for 209, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Max Payne 9 attempts for 48 yards. Cade Clemens right now leading receptions with 4 for 91 yards. Trevor Cardell 6 for 70. But the big one for him is the 2 scores, 2 touchdowns. So just pretty average game right now.
And it's when you sit there and you take a look at turnovers and penalties have been a big factor tonight in the game, and what gives West that 8-point lead at this point. Here's some scores for you to think about. Rockhurst 35-0 over Lee Summit in the second quarter. Ray Peck and Lee Summit North. Lee Summit North leads 7 to. Well, let me make sure I give you the right score on that. It was 7-2, but I want to make sure I got it said correctly. Dead air, man. That's what you love on radio and on broadcast. If you're watching the footage, we do have the marching band out there. Grandview's up 21-7 over Grain Valley. Blue Springs up 29-0 over Jeff City. Bishop Miege up 55-0 over Labette County. That's a big one right there. Kearney's up 17-6 over Marshall. Park Hill and Liberty, it's 3-0 Liberty over Park Hill in the second quarter.
Wow.
And then here it is, the score: Lee Summit North 7, Raymore Peculiar 2, and that's at halftime. So that tells you right there, man, they're in a dogfight for sure. Belton's up 33-21 over Ruskin. I think that game's a little closer than what they anticipated. And we will keep you abreast of the scores as we move forward. Here you go. Here's a good one. Truman playing William Chrisman, 14-14. First round of district. Oh, Derby. This is a score for Joel. Derby's up 41-0 over Lawrence. Not been a good year for Lawrence.
Oh, welcome back, Mr. Rampy.
Yeah. He came back from Pitt State, correct?
Yes, he did.
And their best score in school history.
Oh, and then Free State's putting it on Wichita North 40-6. So it's not a good day to be on the Lawrence High side of things. So, okay, folks, we're battling our camera feed here tonight, so you'll just have to bear with us. We'll do what we can to make sure we keep it up as much as we can. At this point in time, Titans are up 14-6 at halftime. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to come back and see if we can't get that fixed for you. When we come back, we'll have Joel and the coach, and I'll go into being the technical whatever guru or knucklehead get it fixed. You're listening to a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage, 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts. Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
All right, I got a message for you. Radio is the way to go if you want to advertise. Targeting your customers, any shape or size. Radio is a perfect way to tell them who and where you are. They listen at work, they listen at home, and you got them in that car. You got to go with radio when you want to advertise. Here we go, watch me now. Hard rockin', soft rockin', easy listening too. Up and down the dialer formats just for you. Country, classic, talk, and gospel stations. Every market across the land has got a station for your situation. The cost is low, and radio is theater of the mind. You can present your information with imagination. If you want to get your message across the airways with radio. Call them, they will come right over. Remember, you got to go with radio when you want to advertise. There are lots of stations just your size.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
810 Varsity takes you through the football season like never before. Watch games live throughout Kansas and Missouri, and even postseason action at 810varsity.com. Plus live tournament brackets, top 25, Elite 81 All-Metro team, live scoreboard, stories, and more. Check out Kansas City's new home for high school sports coverage, 810varsity.com.
Welcome back out to Titan Stadium live here. Joel Becker along with Coach Royce Boehm, enjoying some nice smoked chicken wings.
Oh,
here
yes.
At the,
Thanks, Mark Files.
It's good.
It's very good.
Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce to go with it.
Gates, hot, spicy, extra
You guys
hot.
just don't know what you're talking about.
Barbecue sauce, extra hot.
Sweet Baby Ray's. That's the good stuff.
In my household, just ask the boys. It's Gates. Throw little Sneeds in there, too. That's right. Hey, let me ask you a question.
Okay. 42.
First half.
Yes.
8 seconds left.
Yeah.
You throw a 5-yard out. 30 yards across the field. Intercept. Would you have thrown that? Would you have made that call?
Would I have made the call to throw it, or would I have thrown it myself?
Would you have thrown that? I mean, because you've been throwing it all night long, and you know what? They're going to see it. They're going to see it, and they saw it, and they covered it.
I would not have thrown it.
I wouldn't have either.
Because I can't throw it that far.
Well.
But no, I wouldn't have made that call either in terms of I mean, I know we only had the one timeout left,
Right.
and we were still in a position where we needed to go further down the field, but that's not a high percentage pass.
No,
is the
it's
thing
not.
about it.
I guess that's my big question.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very high percentage pass.
But the question is, though, how much of that goes on, Sterling in terms of that's the routes that he called, or how much of that goes to Ben Coble in terms of choosing to make that throw across the field? Because that's unless you're John Elway or Patrick Mahomes and you have that cannon, or Drew Lock or somebody that can really zip the ball in there, you have to it takes too long to get there. Like, I probably could actually make that throw, but I'd have to throw it, about 80 yards up in the air in order for it to actually have the trajectory to get there. And, it's that way, and it's too easy to jump a route like that.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It is. Joel, I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to give a shout-out to the boys and girls cross-country teams that are down in Nixa that are getting ready to compete at sectionals this weekend. Good luck to everyone down there. Bring back the big victory, both of the boys and girls.
Good shout-out. Were you able to update everybody on all the scores from around the that are certainly pertinent to for Lee Summit West?
Yeah, another shout out to Michael Admire.
Okay.
Michael Admire was up in Des Moines as a sportscaster, and then now has been called to a new duty. He is the voice of Drake.
Up in Iowa?
Up in Iowa.
Well, good for him.
So that's good. I'm taking it. That's got to be a big promotion.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what he was doing before.
No, he was the number 2 guy.
As a TV, not 5, 6, and 10 type sportscaster.
Right.
So
out in the field.
So he was like an assignment reporter? Yeah. Then, again, it depends on what you want to do in your life as to whether that's a lateral move or a up move or a down move. If what you want to be is a play-by-play sportscaster, it's definitely a good move.
Gotcha.
If what he wants to be is eventually a sports anchor, then I would consider that more of a lateral move if he wants to be an anchor later.
Right. I think it's director of digital media.
All right, good for him. Michael Wiley slipped as he kicked that one. And up to around the 26-yard line on the return was Luke Matthews. So decent field position for Liberty North as we get started here in the second half of play. And of interest to Lee Summit West fans, and Lee Summit fans for that matter as well, is that 35-0 Rockhurst score. That does not, it at least probably settles who the likely opponent's going to be next week of the winner of this game.
And you know what? You're exactly right.
But still, that it looks like Rockhurst at least is firing on all cylinders right now, aren't they?
They sure are.
Jake Van Dyne. And it is a give. Turner looking for a hole. Good job by the Titans to cover it up. No gain on the play.
I tell you what helps them Rockhurst out too is their schedule is so tough.
It really is.
Especially to play Columbia Rockbridge right out of the chutes and get
knocked
off.
That's the other thing that really, for lack of a better way of putting it, screwed the Titans when it comes to the seeding was the fact that because Rockhurst doesn't play all of its games in Missouri, they are somewhat penalized in terms of the amount of points they can gain by the wins they got.
Right.
And had they even though they and Lee Summit North, as Van Dyne has a wide open man, Bennett makes the catch up at the 40, up to near the 47-8 line. As Warren Bennett should not have been that far open, should he?
He was wide open.
But anyway,
Nobody covered him.
Both Lee Summit North and Rockhurst finished at 7-2. But if Rockhurst is doing nothing but playing other Missouri schools, they probably have more points than Lee Summit North would have ended up with. In which case, we wouldn't have flip-flopped because we didn't play them. So we would have been the first seed. And here is Bennett trying to do the end around on the jet sweep, and he is hit and tackled as he gets across midfield down into Titan territory at about the 46. Cahill a little slow in getting
Tackle
up.
made by number 28, Andrew Cahill.
Little ginger as he's walking around, but he's staying on the
6-yard
field.
gain on the run, second down.
It'll be second and 4. Just underway here, second half. And I tell you what, the Titans in the first half clearly looked like the better team, but this is only a one-score game.
It is.
And you got to be a little concerned about that.
And Liberty North is hanging around.
They are at that, as this is Turner trying the left side. And he'll be stopped as he got to about the 45. Pickup of a yard, maybe yard and a half, and it'll set up a third and a short 3 from there.
Ball placed at the 45.
Boy, Liberty, the Titans really could use a stop here. If Liberty could drive down and get a score, that really will make this game a lot more interesting. On the other hand, if the Titans can get a stop here where they're still out of range of anything, although in your opinion they're probably not. And here's Van Dyne throwing near sides, got a man, it's caught. And trying to hurdle Fredrickson was Sturvino. And it'll be a first down.
You talk about strength of schedule. Liberty North, three of their 4 losses come to Kearney, Staley, Liberty. Those are 3 big time.
Did you guys hear the 3-0 Liberty Park Hill score? It's Park Hill. Liberty had the lead.
Right.
But still 3-0.
3-0.
What a contest there.
And I tell you, the Lee Summit North was a contest too, 7-2.
Yeah, 7-2 against Ray Peck. Of course, trying to adjust to the new quarterback situation. Bennett trying to go around the left side. He's got some room. He'll get inside the 15-10, forced out of bounds inside the 10. Actually, they're going to mark him out at the 11. It'll be first and 10 for Liberty North from just
the 10-yard line.
Outside the 10 at about the 11. So they can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
It'll be first and 10.
But I tell you what, the Titans have managed to keep the Eagles out of the end zone so far, but they're knocking on the door. And actually, they did get into the end zone once, but they happened to take a penalty and cost themselves their 1 touchdown. Had to settle for a field goal on that drive. Turner up the middle. He's hitting tackle as he gets near the 5. It'll be a pickup of about 5, second down from there.
Yeah, Liberty North right now is just moving the ball at will.
Yeah, the Titans defense
5-yard gain on the run,
not stiffening up so far. As they'll go with 4 down linemen here at the 6-yard line. Play clock at 13 as Van Dyne sets up the pistol. H back in motion to the right. They give it to Turner. Oh, he steps up. He's got a lane. Touchdown.
Touchdown.
I tell you what, the Titans had an opportunity to get him in the backfield, but missed, just whiffed on that opportunity. And Turner in from 6 yards out, and it is 14-12, and a 2-point conversion would tie this game.
And Greg Jones had no second thought. He waved the PAT out to the field. He knows he's got a kicker that's got a great leg that can come back and punch it in from anywhere.
So they're going to go for the 1. Pull. They put it down. The kick is up, and it is good. So Titans hanging on, but only barely. 14-13, the Lee Summit West lead. 8:26 to go here, third quarter. We'll be back with the kickoff and the first shot for the Titans in the second half on offense when we come back on Titan Football, a presentation of Agport Sports, Beck Rose Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
Welcome back out here to Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Bain, Lee Summit West, and Liberty North. And the Eagles taking the second half kickoff, driving down the field and into the end zone on about a 5-yard.
Joel, what do they call that? A fall moon?
Well, sure. Harvest moon, maybe.
There you go.
October moon.
I knew you had to answer to that one, too.
And again, Cooper just across the line as he catches that one, and so it's a touchback. So I think we're actually a day or two off from the full moon right now. You can see just a little bit of a shadow.
A little bit of it, yeah.
But still,
Beautiful, though.
We'll see whether or not the Titans offense can answer. The good news is that so far, at least in the first half, the Titans have been able to move the ball pretty well offensively, although the last play from scrimmage for the Titan offense was an interception. We'll see what kind of adjustments Liberty North might have made at halftime as they come out in the pistol. Coble will hand off, and Payne on the right side. He's got some good running room across right tackle and up to around the 27, 28-yard line. Looking like a Liberty player, a little slow in getting up there. That was Hicks.
Payne with the carry to the right side.
But he seems like he's okay. And it'll be second and short. Titans, Carswell in as the H-back. Payne still in the pistol. He'll get the call again. Off right tackle again. Another big hole. And he's forced out of bounds as he got across the 40 to about the 43. Big pickup on the gain, and it'll be first and 10 Titans.
That was really nice. Same play, back-to-back.
Well, they seem to have found a little exposure there on that right tackle area, even on the short side of the field. So first and 10 Titans. A couple of runs from scrimmage, and they're near midfield. Coble. And again, Payne behind him in the pistol. He'll give it to Max Payne up the middle this time. They covered it pretty good. Not much there. And we'll get a whistle and probably a loss.
Payne met at the line, no gain on the play.
Zach John with a pretty good play, along with a couple others from Liberty North, getting into the backfield and stopping Max from getting any positive yardage. Trying to go right up the middle. It'll be second and 10. 7:15 and counting here, third quarter. Titans on top, but only barely, 14-13 after Liberty scored and elected to go for just the one. Here's a direct snap to Sammy Cooper, right side. And again, around right tackle, he was able to pick up about 6 yards. It'll set up a third down and short as they go Wildcat for that play.
7-yard gain.
Coble will come back in for the third down, as will Max Payne.
Third down and 4 for Lee Summer West.
It's interesting, since the interception, they've kind of kept the ball on the ground so far.
They have.
Double H back here. Third down and 4. And they'll throw it to Cardell, makes the catch. Use that stiff arm again and gets a first down. Boy, he really just shoved Priester right into the ground.
Sure did. That was
number 25, Trevor Cardell.
I don't know if
That's good for Elise Summer
Diamond would exactly agree with you after getting face planted, but
that was nice.
The good news is it's turf. You didn't get any mud. So first and 10. Coble from the shotgun. Twins on the right. He's looking that direction. Back to throw. He pumps. Now he's being chased. Rolling to the right side. Throwing. He's got a man. It's caught Cooper. Across the middle. Inside the 20. Down to the 15. Race toward the end zone to the 5. End zone. Touchdown. Touchdown Titans. Sammy Cooper on that little mini post, and then he ended up going all the way to the house.
Is there anything Sammy can't do?
Well, he certainly outran that defense, didn't he?
Sure did.
Because there was probably 6 or 7 white jerseys in that area, but none of them could catch him.
No.
5:52 left to go. Titans come up with the answer. 20-13 extra point. Wiley. So he said he slipped when he tried to kick it on the kickoff. Clemens gets it down, and the kick is up, and it is good.
And the extra point is good. 5:52
so with 5:52 left to go here in the third, Titans back out to their 8-point lead. It's 21-13. Kickoff coming up after this on Titan Football, a presentation of Ackport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and A10Varsity.com.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts.
Well, Michael Wiley's going to try the other hash mark this time after, like I said, he slipped when he tried to kick the open field goal, or open kick, I should say, of the second half. Gets a good leg into this one. His deepest kick, and it will bounce into the end zone over Matthews, and so it'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Eagles. But the Titans, as good as that offensive drive looked, getting that touchdown, the defense needs to step up, or we're just going to be trading punches.
See if Greg Jones keeps it on the ground or if he's going to mix it up, go to the air a little bit.
We saw a pretty steady diet of the ground game that last possession, and Liberty North was certainly able to move the football. Of course, to their credit, that is different from how they'd been running plays up until now, so the defense may not have been kind of ready or geared for it. 4 down linemen. Play action, rolling left. Van Dyne throwing. He's got a man, but overthrew his intended receiver, Bennett. And that'll be 2nd and 10.
And Bennett, once again, was
open.
Wide open.
2nd down and 10.
Yeah, unfortunately for the Eagles, and fortunately for the Titans, he didn't put much touch on that throw because he could have. He, like you said, as he was open, he really didn't need to zing one in there, which he did. And because it wasn't on target, he couldn't make the catch. If he just tosses that, floats one in there, it's probably an easy catch and extra yards.
He wasn't under any pressure at all.
No, Van Dyne, you mean. Yeah, no, he wasn't. 2nd and 10. Play clock down to 5. Man in motion, and on play action, Van Dyne, and he is hit in the backfield. Yeah.
Grauberger and Carswell were not tricked on.
They stayed at home.
They sure did.
We're able to after a gain of maybe 2, but it'll set up a 3rd and long, 3rd and 8.
7 yards to go.
Obviously, they need the 30 after the touchback on the kickoff. Van Dyne from the pistol. He was looking. And it looks like he did manage to cover back up. Boy, lucky play. It was. And you know, the funny thing was, the one white jersey there, and there were 4 Titans, and he still managed to gather the ball in, which will allow them to punt it away. They're still going to have to get rid of it, but it's good. About 40 yards.
It will, but now we got good field position.
Yeah, even with, we'll still have. I mean, won't be as good as having the ball on the 15, but it should be decent field position. Although you never know with this Pohl guy. Who knows? Maybe he'll kick one over the head of Cooper or something. Oh, they almost got to him. High kick taken by Cooper. A fair catch at the 49, the Titan 49. And that's where Lee Summit West will take over. If you're looking for a silver lining, at least, that they didn't get the fumble, is that now if the Titans can drive down the field and end with points, they'll keep their defense off for a little while.
Yes.
Whereas if you had it on the 15 and you scored on the first play, you'd be sending them right back out there.
Yep.
Plus, you also get to knock some time off the clock.
Yeah, and we haven't seen a trick play from Sterling tonight.
Not yet. I literally can't remember any game since he took over as offensive coordinator where we haven't at least gotten one at some point. We'll see how prophetic my partner is as they give it to Max Payne, trying that right side again. He was bounced around, got about a yard to the midfield stripe. It'll be 2nd down and long from there.
First met by number 8, Malachi Hughes.
We could always call the direct snaps to Cooper trick plays. Wildcats a trick play now.
We'll give that to him.
Well, he's still got time. I wouldn't be surprised if we see one at some point. Clock running with 3:45 left to go, third quarter. Titans on top, 21-13. From the pistol, give to Payne up the middle. Was able to sneak his way by the first wave, but then again swarmed under right at the line of scrimmage. Gains about 1.5 yards, but it'll set up a third down and long, third and about 8 from there.
Well, it looked like Ben Coble just twisted his ankle a little bit.
Third down and 8 for Lee Summit West.
Looking over to the sideline for the play. As they send Carswell out and Goodall comes in. Cooper, of course, is in the game as well. Twins on either side. Play clock's down to 10. From the shotgun, Coble throws near side. He's got a man. Cardell makes the catch again with the stiff arm. Pulls one guy off, another guy, and goes forward across to about the 32. That'll be good for a first down.
I tell you what, that's a lethal weapon he's got there.
That arm.
That's good for Lee Summit West. First down.
He's ready for the WWE ring.
Yeah, I believe he is. And then the hesitation, and that could almost be a punch. Yeah. I like it.
It is one of the odd things about football, the way that they play in the rules. As a give to Max Payne, trying to get to the outside. Who's trying to follow Carswell, but couldn't get around him.
Couldn't get around him.
And so,
I think if he
no
got
gain.
around him, though.
Yeah, they would have had some room. If Cam had known that if he just sort of turned his block upfield a little bit, I think he could have gotten around him and then would have had some room. But because he had to wait to do it, then the pursuit eventually caught up with him.
The guy was a pretty good defender.
Yeah, 210 and counting. But yeah, I've always found it interesting that, you know, sometimes you'll hear him call things illegal hands to the face or whatever, and the same exact play being done by the guy who happens to have the ball becomes a legal play. As they give up the middle. And again, Payne with not much there. He got his yard back maybe in another one. But once again, that Jersey Braden, impressive today with the penetration and the tackling. I haven't seen a whole lot of times where he's had his arms around someone and they've gotten away.
Right. No, he's a good ball player.
So it'll be third and a short 10. Titans possibly in 4-down territory here. Coble from the shotgun. Carswell is the H-back. Twins on the left. He's looking right. Now he pump fakes, steps up, sidesteps one guy, and he'll get across the 30 down to about the 26. It's a possible makeable fourth down at 4th and 5. It would be about a 44-yard, maybe 43-yard field goal.
You think Cade's a threat to Liberty North when you got 3 guys covering him?
Well, Coble didn't think so because he didn't throw it.
No.
Brings up 4th down.
But he really didn't have any other option other than what he did, which is to pull it down and run it. So it looks like the Titans are going to go for it here. They came up short one other time in this game early on, although instead of a 4th and 5, it was a 4th and 20.
I like that quick slant right here, Joel.
We'll see what they do. Twins on either side. Payne in the backfield. Looking left side. Coble rolls right. Oh, and he's caught and taken down. You know, you talked earlier about the fact.
Who was it, Joe?
It was, I believe, King, Amir King, who caught him from behind, one of their defensive ends. And you had said earlier, though, that he looked like he was a little gimpy on the ankle, and that may have been the difference, though, that he couldn't run quite as quick as he usually could.
He's showing a little sign of hurting just a little bit.
Which, it's not so bad that he can't play, but at the same time, it just meant he couldn't escape. So the Titans come up empty, and the Eagles with the football as Turner goes up the middle, bounced off one tackle. He's going to get some yards up the far sideline, forced out of bounds, but not before he gets to the Eagle 49. Good for a first down, 1st and 10, Liberty North.
13-yard gain on the play.
And that's about the third time in this game that this Turner has managed to turn what looked like a no gain or a loss to a big gain.
From their own 49.
managed to bounce off a play, and it always seems to be going on the left side, too.
It does.
We're down to 15 seconds left to go here. And again, up the middle this time. Turner. And that should be the last play of the quarter as they'll get into Titan territory to about the 44, and that will do it for quarter number 3.
And that'll do it for the third quarter.
12 minutes of football left to go here at Titan Stadium. Lee Summit West with the lead, but it's 21-13 as we go to the fourth quarter here on Titan Football. A presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Pros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
We are headed into the fourth quarter of play here from Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, trying to get a look at any updates score-wise as we continue on in this game. Not that this has anything to do, but it just jumps out at you. Bishop Miege is now up 76-8 over to Labette County. It's going to be Bennett on the end around, and he changes direction, but a good job of pursuit. And the Titans stop him shy of the first down. There'll be a third down and short as eventually Bradley Myers was able to get him down.
Tackle made by number 43, Bradley Myers. 2 yards to go. It's third down.
Rockhurst, it's now 42-7 in the third quarter over Lee Summit. So third down and short. They'll go keeper. Van Dyne. He didn't get it. He's a good yard shy.
Officials didn't move very much.
No, I mean, he needed to. He got maybe a yard. He definitely went forward, but he clearly didn't go 2 yards. Now, I assume they'll be going for it here on fourth down. Interesting call, though.
Ball placed at the 42.
There you go, fourth down. Good. I was going to say, come on.
1 yard to go. It's fourth down.
Crowded again. Don't jump off sides.
And they're going to try right up the middle. I don't know. Obviously Liberty North saying they got it.
I think they're going to come out and mark this one.
They're looking over. I think they gave him a good spot actually, and they're going to measure it.
Got to measure it.
Timeout.
But to be quite honest, well, where the ball is, he is a yard shy. A good yard shy.
Oh, yes, he is.
I don't even know why they need to measure
Why
this.
are they measuring it?
Other than to just prove it. And based on the measurement, I don't think he got a very favorable spot for him.
He didn't.
But I'm not so sure that. I think it was a relatively accurate spot. They may be a half a yard shy, but I didn't think he got it. I think maybe they gave him less than he deserved, but he's going to be a yard shy, and so maybe he was about a half a yard shy. So the Titans will take over on downs. As I said, he was about a yard shy. By the way, Liberty now out on top of Park Hill 10-0.
Turnover on downs. It's Titan football.
With 7:52 left to go in the third quarter there.
Anything on North?
I'm trying to get there. Okay, it's now 8-7 Ray-Pec over Lee Summit North. 4:31 to go in the third. So possibly the makings of an 8-1 upset. So Titans take over after the defense comes up, and I gotta, we're hindsight's always 20/20, Coach, but I gotta question the 2 straight quarterback sneaks like that, trying to get those 2 yards, especially on the fourth down play.
Yeah, that's where you've got a big old running back that's been getting you a whole bunch of yards.
Yeah.
So
as
far
they
through the game.
throw near side to Clemens. He makes the catch up near midfield. He's about a yard shy. It'll be second down and short.
I think Greg Jones will come back and question himself on that.
I think so too. when he looks over the tapes on this game. I don't necessarily have a problem with it on the 3rd and 2 play, but I do have a problem with it on the 4th and 1 after the 3rd and 2 play didn't get him much.
Got an update. It's a 19-8 now. Lee Summit North over Ray Peck.
Here is Payne on the left side. He was hit, gained a yard, but still a couple yards shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, it looked like it was pretty close to a late hit there, too. He was down on the ground.
Under 10 minutes to go, regulation time here. Titans trying to advance to play Rockhurst next week. It's not a done deal, but it sure looks like it at 42-7 in the second half. 3rd down and short, though, for the Titans. We'll see what they do. Titans comes up under center. Coble does. Takes the snap, goes forward, and his offensive line does a good job of pushing forward to the 2 yards. He'll get that first down.
Coble keeps it.
I tell you what, this is one thing I'm just finding amazing right now. There's so much technology that's down on the field.
Yeah.
First down.
I see in the end zone there's new little gadgets that are just pointing back and forth.
Another update?
Mosey scored that touchdown to go up 18 or 19-8.
19-8. So it was 8-7, and they've come back apparently with 12 unanswered points. Near side, and it's Clemens makes the catch. He's able to break off one tackle, but
Coble's pass complete to number 14.
stumbled his way across the 35 to the 34, 1st and 10.
Summer West, first down.
Titans would really like to make this a 2-score game.
Yeah, they need to.
Take some of the pressure off. Marcion Marshall comes in to be the second H-back along with Clemens. Payne still in the pistol. Single receivers on either side. On 1st and 10, they'll toss it to Cardell, who makes the catch. Sloughs off the one tackle, but doesn't get much, maybe 2.
Cardell with the reception.
And it'll be 2nd down. Clock continues to run with 8.5 minutes left to go.
2nd down and 8 for the Titans.
Marshall comes out, and Cooper comes in to be a slot receiver. On the near side. Carswell remains in as the H-back. Back to throw Coble. Pump fakes, now he'll throw near side. It is Cooper makes the catch, and this time pulled down. Inside the 30 at about the 29. It's a gain of maybe 3. And it'll set up a 3rd down about 5 from there.
Looked like Cade, or
2-yard gain on the play.
Clemens might have been open over the top there.
3rd and 5 as they go trips out on the left side, and Clemens by himself on the right. Payne in the pistol. Back to throw, a delayed give. Max Payne right side, hit and tackled as he crosses the 25 to about the 24. He's going to be about a yard shy of the 1st down. They're definitely within field goal range here.
Brought down by number 9, Zach John.
But with 3rd and less than a yard, it looks like they're just going to see if they can't get themselves. And tell you what, if they get the same kind of push from their from their front 5 as they did on the last short yardage, they won't have any trouble. Coble takes the snap, give Payne. 2nd effort, trying to go forward. He's not going to make it.
Nope.
Needed to get to the 23. And so just like the Titans, the Eagle defense comes up big, and I would also question the call. Especially, again, like I said, the biggest advantage we'd had on plays like that was the one time where our offensive line just got a good push forward, but we had to have a guy under center to do that.
And right there, they got stood up.
Yeah. And I've said this before, on plays like that, I always like to make sure that the quarterback or the guy with the ball, if it's not going to be the quarterback, a running back or whatever, has more than one option. As Van Dyne tosses just
Pass incomplete.
Sturvino, excuse me.
Number 91, Hampton
Incomplete.
Yeah, had some heat on the quarterback.
That Minifield, came in. Couldn't get to him, but he made him throw it away early. But anyway, so like I said, I always like him to have at least more than one option as to where he's going to go.
Yes, because he very easily could have kept that.
So, second down. They'll give it Turner. He's hit as he gets to the line, goes across the 25 to about the 27. Pickup of a short 3, and he'll set up a 3rd and long 7 from there. And I tell you what, that's also, we've had some good running by Turner in this game, but that's also about the 3rd time that I've seen him be a little iffy with the exchange between him and the quarterback, where he didn't really have great control of the ball. He hasn't lost it yet. Now Van Dyne, he's hit in the backfield by Carswell, gets away, throws. It is caught, but tackled immediately was Wood, and I believe he'll be shy of a first down.
Pass complete, brought down by number 43, Bradley Myers.
At about the 31, got 3 yards shy, and that's not a place where you're going to want to go for it on 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
So we will see
pull.
pull.
Needed right there, 3 and out.
Yeah, after they weren't able to convert on 4th down themselves, their defense comes up big here. Pull, standing back at his own 12. On 4th and about 3. They snap it to him, and he steps into one. High kick. Fair catch called for, made by Cooper at the 35.
Fair catch by Cooper at the 35.
Yeah, I'm sure he was instructed by the new special teams coach. Haven't had one of those since the old one became the boss.
I know. Oh, Jeremy Hubbard.
He made a pretty good name for himself as special teams coach, if you remember in those early years. We had some pretty interesting special teams plays.
We did.
I always liked the kick off the up man. That was successful like 3 or 4 times
very successful.
over the first few years. I'd love to see somebody try that in the NFL. Here's Payne trying to get around the right side. Oh, he was pulled down. And that again
Payne with the run.
was Hicks on the play. It was close to being a bit of a horse collar.
I called horse collar.
Second down.
But like I said,
But
you haven't seen any flags from these side guys.
no, not from and we haven't really seen one in the second half in this game. Clock is starting to become the friend of the Titans, even though they lose 5 yards on that play. It is under 5 minutes to go in regulation time. Up by 8. Marshall swings out to the left side. They throw, and crossing pass or slant pass again, caught by Cardell, good for about 6. And it'll be a 3rd and 9 from there. That's the one where they swing Marcion Marshall out to the left side, and then he has the option either to throw it to Marshall or throw it to the slant pass from Cardell.
Spin there all night long.
Yeah. Of course, they needed 15 and only got 6, but it's a 3rd and 9. Back to throw Coble, looking left side. He'll throw left side. It is caught, and Cardell, and he'll get the first down and more. Is able to spin off the tackle and get into Liberty territory, Liberty North territory, all the way down to the 44 of the Eagles. 1st and 10 Titans.
Now the time really is on our side, but Coach Jones has got 3 timeouts left. Coach Carswell's got 3 timeouts left.
We'll see at what point they decide they may feel like they have to start using them. Under 4 minutes to go. 1st and 10 Titans on the Eagle 44. Payne comes back to be in the pistol. They've got trips on the right side. And they'll throw on the left side. Cardell makes the catch and picks up another couple inside the 40 down to about the 37. And Trevor, there have been a couple of plays where it feels like he kind of gave up on the play, but the ones that he has taken, his yards after catches, has been amazing this game.
His yak.
Yes. Second down and short. Twins.
Oh,
and now Cardella's down. Looks like an ankle or something.
Well, it looked like it was his back.
Maybe it is. I don't know. It was one of those things where he went out to go into a his position as the wide out on the left side, and then just went down. Looked at the official.
Or cramping. I don't know.
Could be a cramp, yeah. Even if it is the back, it could also be a spasming muscle back there too. That happens sometimes. It's a cool night, obviously, but you never know. Being attended to. Stops the clock with 3:16 left to go for the time being. Titans with the ball, second down, about 3 from the Liberty North 37. That is one thing, of course, about these kinds of situations that Lee Summit North can certainly speak to that in terms of you never want to have a situation in which you win the game but lose the war when you lose an important player. So Cardell up under his own power walking off. Couldn't really tell exactly what they were working on.
No.
And he doesn't seem to be favoring anything in particular.
I saw there for a little bit he was holding his right hip.
Yeah. Could have gotten a stinger. Could have landed funny. Who knows? Unfortunately, can't really speculate on that sort of stuff.
And I tell you what, I bet what he was telling Mr. Ballantyne was, hey, I'm all right. How's the crowd taking it?
Back to throw is Coble with time. Now he'll roll to the right side. Needs to get rid of it. Oh, and he went down. Oh, and then he was hit late. And again, no flag. I mean, to their credit, it was Casey, the linebacker, that hit him. And, he would argue that he was his momentum. But I'll tell you what, that was 2-3 steps after he went down. Once you take a knee in high school, you're down. And
third down and 13 for the Titans.
And he got popped pretty good. I don't know about that.
And Ben got up arguing his case, too.
Well, yeah, I don't blame him. Now it's third down and long, 3rd and 13. He just lost his footing. They give it to Payne. And again, they grab onto that jersey and hang on. He'll get about 2 yards. And now Liberty North does burn their first time out with 2:25 left to go.
Liberty North with the time.
So the Titans will punt it away. Again, only up the one score, but that sack becomes a real big factor there.
That's huge. Doggone it.
Because first of all, not only did it make it a very difficult conversion on third down, but it took them out of any possibility to get some points on the drive. So 2 timeouts are remaining for Liberty North. Well, they'll get the ball back. Depending on how good a job Clemens can do, you never know. Gives me an opportunity to check and see if I get any updates score-wise. Blue Springs 29-0 over Jeff City at halftime. Haven't updated the Rockers score. Still 42-7. All right, so Clemens standing back at his own 41. What do you think the chances are of a fake? Steps into it high, but not especially deep. Let's see what kind of a bounce it takes. It takes a Titan bounce.
There it goes.
It'll go inside the 20. Don't touch it. Just let it go. And the Eagles will take over at their own 18 with 2:10 left to go and 2 timeouts. Now, the good news is, in a worst-case scenario, all that Liberty North can do is tie it. A touchdown and a 2-point conversion. 17-0 Liberty over Park Hill now, and
17-0.
17-0 as they start the fourth quarter. And now we get, I think, an official's timeout.
Oh, the band was playing.
Yeah. And here we go, 1st and 10 from the 18. On play action, back to throw. Van Dyne with some time, now rolls to the right side, throw in, and incomplete. A nice play by Sammy Cooper to get a hand in and knock that down, because Ben did have a step and he was open.
I'll tell you what, as soon as he made his break, he was wide open. Sammy was a couple steps behind him, but
2:02 left to go. I don't know if they go 3 and out here. I'm not totally sure that they have to go for it on 4th down, because with 2 timeouts, if you can stop the Titans, you would make them punt it away. But especially if you throw 3 incomplete passes, and don't knock that much time off. But we'll see. Van Dyne throwing. He's got a man. Bennett is caught up to the 30, 35, and Fredrickson meets him there and knocks him down. It'll stop the clock to move the chains with 1:54 left to go. 1st and 10 for the Eagles. He gets going again now, 1:50 left to go. Van Dyne looks around, takes the snap, back to throw over the middle. It is caught and trying to escape. 6 or 7 Titans finally pulling down the running back Garrett Lynn. And he's going to be good for another 1st down.
Pass complete to number 25, Garrett.
No, I take that back. They marked him about a yard shy, which is important because it keeps the clock running this whole time. It's down to 1:25. 2nd and short. They come after Van Dyne. He'll try and throw it back the other way. Turner, and a nice play. Grauberger hit him immediately. Turner is hurt.
he is down.
He is clearly in pain. But Jake Grauberger anticipated that play and caught Turner right as he caught the football. Did a good job to hang on to it. Hopefully for him, it's only just some sort of a contusion. Then they can be very painful,
yes,
but they're also the sort of thing that don't last that long. I hope for his sake that's all it is. Clock stopped with 1:09 left to go. That is a bit of a break for the Liberty North, for the Eagles, just in that it's, otherwise the clock would have kept running. And now they're going to get a chance to get out there and get a quick playoff. Otherwise, it probably would have ran a good 10 seconds off the clock. And now he gets up and he runs off. So now he will have to take this play off.
Ball placed at the 43-yard line. 2 yards to go.
He was trying to go back out.
Go back out there.
Somebody stopped him. 3rd down and 2. They actually marked him back for maybe a yard loss on that play. Van Dyne rolling left side. He'll throw. He's got a man, and it is caught by Wood.
Number 4, A.J. Wood.
Again, caught it while he was down on the field, so they'll stop the clock to move the chains with 1:02 left to go. I don't know if he was the intended receiver or not,
I thought the guy in front of him.
But he made the catch. Snap to Van Dyne. Looking left side, being chased. There was definitely a hold there, and it's incomplete. And there's no flag. I mean, that was a clear hold on Minifield.
I mean, it's pretty bad when the shoulder pad comes out of your jersey.
We have not seen a whole lot of laundry in this second half. No. I can't even remember a penalty, to be honest.
They must want a semifinal game.
2nd down and 10.
52 seconds left to go. Clock stops, 2nd and 10. In Titan territory at the 48. Turner is back in the game, in case you're wondering. He's the pistol back. Lynn is the up back. Back to throw Van Dyne. Throwing near side. It is caught. Starvino. And with some running room, hit and knocked down as he got inside the 40 down to about the 37. Again, they'll stop the clock to move the chains. They do have 2 timeouts.
Catch by number 18, Starvino.
So far, not using them. 43.7 seconds left.
1st and 10 Eagles.
As the clock gets running again. Wood the wide out on the right side. Bennett is in the slot right, rolling right. And Van Dyne will throw, taking a shot toward the end zone, and incomplete, almost intercepted. Wilson was right there, had it in his hands. And I tell you what, A.J. Wood did a good job as a defensive back.
Wood did a great job of pulling that ball out of his hands.
Because otherwise it's game over.
Yes.
If he catches that ball, and I mean by that Wilson, then the Titans just run it out at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the Titans are going to take their first timeout.
Lee Summit West will take their first time out of the half. 2 remaining.
It'll be 2nd and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. Probably wanting to kind of remind the team that all they really need to do is keep them out of the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Knock the ball down.
Yeah. Well, and more importantly, don't let anybody get behind you.
Right.
That's what I mean. Is that we're fully content to give up the underneath ball, but you don't want to have a situation where somebody, in that case, Wilson was right there.
Rockers is all over the Tigers at Lee Summit, 42-7. Liberty is defeating Park Hill, 17-7.
They haven't actually updated it on this. Still says 8-7. All these Ray-Pec fans that have the Preps KC app are going to be disappointed.
Not happy.
Ball for 36.
It looks like he's going a little prevent. Cardell back at the D-back.
And rolling to the right side, Van Dyne. He'll step up, and he throws it as he was being hit. It's incomplete, intended for Lynn.
Pass is incomplete. Big
And
pressure on the quarterback by
feeling a little bit of the
49.
pressure that time was Van Dyne. As we're down to 3rd and 10 at 22.5 seconds left to go.
But good call by Vinny, getting those guys out there.
Got the 2 center
10 yards
fielders
to go.
back
It's 3rd down.
just in case. And that's what we were talking about. Nobody behind you. Third and 10, obviously 4 down territory here. Van Dyne from the shotgun, rolls to the right side, being chased. Now he throws toward the end zone, incomplete, in and out of the hands of Wood. He had it in both hands and it was swatted away.
Sure did.
And it'll all come down to this, 16.9 seconds left to go in a 4th and 10 play. So how much, if you're the Titans, are you, I mean, you still want to obviously have the center field situation there, but how much are you going to line up people at the, yard to gain and try and keep them?
Well, 16.
I mean,
One timeout.
Because if you can stop them from getting a first down, the game's over.
Right.
On the other hand, if you give them that underneath route and give up that, you're going to basically give them at least 3 or 4 shots at the end zone, and they could get lucky.
You're right. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, you do want to
I think that second level does stay right.
I think so.
10 yards.
try and keep them from getting that first down. Keep guys like Grauberger ready to, make a break on somebody who, makes a catch and just keep them from getting any further. That sort of thing. Liberty North, if you didn't hear it, took their second timeout. They have one remaining, but this is a big enough play that even though the clock wasn't running, they burned that second timeout to figure out what they want to do here.
And like we were talking about, they've got them 10 yards back.
Looks like they'll rush 3. Back to throw Van Dyne. They send the blitz up. Grauberger missed him, and he throws over the middle. It's caught Wood. He's going to get a first down and more, and he's tripped up as he gets down to the 15, down to about the 13. And I tell you what, if they had tackled him when he caught the ball, the game would have been over because he did not have a first down. But they whiffed on him. They whiffed on the quarterback in the first place, and now Liberty North will burn their last time out. 7.3 seconds left to go.
Yes.
But I tell you what, that was a couple of pretty big errors for the Titans defensively.
I tell you what, we had that blitz right there. It looked like he should have been sacked.
Probably. Grauberger was the one who came in and he missed him. He came in with speed, but he just sidestepped him.
It was great call.
And then he had Wood open, but again, if the defensive back had held off instead of going for the breakup, if all he had done is allowed him to catch the ball and tackle him, the game would be over.
Yes.
But he didn't. He tried to break the pass up, and he missed it entirely.
No timeout. Well, you got 2 shots for the end zone.
Probably 2, maybe 3. Ball's at the
7 seconds
14.
left in the ball game. Ball at the 13-yard line.
So they'll come out.
We took out our center fielders.
Sturvino is on the left side. Back to throw is Van Dyne. He'll roll to his right side, throwing across the field, and incomplete. Fredrickson on the coverage, and Bennett couldn't get it in his hands. And it'll be second down.
What the? Who's running the clock?
0.1 seconds left to go. We took the Staley rejects over here.
No doubt.
That was a dangerous throw, too, by the way, by Van Dyne. This'll do it. Going for the end zone. Van Dyne back to throw. Throwing. He's got a man. Incomplete. Intended for Thomas, and good defensive play by the Titans to break it up. And the Titans will escape with a quarterfinal victory.
No flag.
No flag. And Northern should have.
I'll tell you what, somebody's lucky.
21-13, the final score. Titans win it by 8.
Titans win it, 21-13.
A win's a win, but it kind of, when you're talking about a 2 versus 7, you probably were hoping for a little bit easier of a win than this one.
I'll tell you what, we had a new clock guy, too. And, he made it very interesting.
By stopping the clock with 1/10 of a second left to go?
Hey, make sure you guys give him a bodyguard. Escort out of here.
Luckily, the fans don't know. 21-13 our final. We'll step aside, come back with postgame coming up after this. This is Titan Football, a presentation of Backport Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and 810varsity.com.
High school sports fans, check this out. 810varsity.com now brings live video game casts for more than 25 KC Metro schools all season long. Now you can watch and listen to the games live on your computer, iPad, or phone. Park Hill South, Miege, Aquinas, the Olathe and Blue Valley schools, and the list goes on and on. Plus, live scores, playoff brackets, rankings, and more. Get all the games live at 810varsity.com.
When Lee Summit needs insurance, home, auto, or life, Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance has been there. Birch delivers a promise for the future and protection from the unknown, dedicated to making sure you have the right coverage to fit your individual needs. Call Wayne at 816-525-5012. That's 816-525-5012. Wayne Birch of Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, a proud supporter of Lee Summit area athletics.
When it comes to selling or buying land, commercial or residential property in the Kansas City metro area, turn to the Rucker Group at RE/MAX First Choice. We put our 55 years of client service to work for you. Keep you informed every step of the process by utilizing powerful industry, technology, and marketing strategies to achieve results. Veteran operated, we live here, play here, and have kids in the school district. We are your local experts. Whether it be auto, home, life, umbrella, small business, or specialty coverages, Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance looks forward to helping you make a wise decision for your future. Jeff's been a long-time resident of Liberty and is happy to answer any questions you might have. Give Jeff a call at 816-792-1415 or visit farmersagent.com/jwatt. Jeff Watt of Farmers Insurance, a proud supporter of the Liberty community and athletics.
Welcome back live here at Titan Stadium. Joel Becker, Coach Royce Boehm, Lee Summit West, and Liberty North. And you got to hand it to the Eagles. They gave the Titans all they could handle. But Lee Summit West comes away with the win, 21-13. And they will face Rockhurst next week we can already say that as a fact, not just as a speculation, as the Hawklets end up with the 45-7 win over Lee Summit.
0-0-1 left on the clock. Could you imagine what this place would have went and been like? Because everybody out in front of us here turned around and
I can't imagine.
Jeff Reed, we miss you, brother.
I can't imagine because I saw it from Staley.
Oh, I know it. That's exactly what I was thinking. Flashbacks right there. But thank goodness that they did not score.
Nope.
Great defensive performance there.
Yeah, a couple of good breakups there at the very end. And a very good job. Trying to get updated scores. But aside from the Rockhurst-Lee Summit game, I haven't gotten anything worth mentioning. We got post-game numbers yet available? Mark Files getting them to the coach.
All right, here we go, guys. We got total offense tonight for Lee Summit West, the winning team, 21-13. Total offense at 406. Liberty North had 324. Number of plays. Lee Summit West had 67. Lee Summit North. Now I'm doing it, Joel. Liberty North, 53.
I've trained you well.
Passing tonight. Lee Summit West 335, Liberty North 218.
Blue Springs does eventually advance 36-0 over Jeff City, by the way.
Rushing tonight, Liberty North tops Lee Summit West with 106.
Really?
To our 71.
That seems a little. Yeah. Oh, by the way, a huge upset. Labette County came back on Bishop Miege and beat them 77-76.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, no, it's 76-8 was the final there.
Oh, man. You know how to get my goat, don't you?
Well, I tell you what, it's not a final yet, but over down near Wichita, that Derby and Lawrence game, my buddy Matt Llewellyn and Hank Booth driving all the way down there to do that game.
Wow.
Can you imagine the drive back tonight after they're losing 41-7?
I'd have to have a stiff drink.
I'm sure they will.
But time of possession was big. Lee Summit West was 28 minutes to Liberty North 18 minutes.
Kearney on top of Marshall. They still haven't gotten that past the second quarter, though. It's 37-6.
We got Ben Coble tonight was 27 completions, 34 attempts for 335 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception.
Wow, check this out. Park Hill on its way back. It is now 20-14 Liberty.
Wow.
With about 4:20 to go in the fourth quarter.
Wow. Max Payne finished the night with 21 carries for 76 yards.
According to this, it is 19-14 Lee Summit North over Ray-Pec with 1:44 to go.
Wow. Now, you were wondering why the rushing they beat us. It was because Ben Coble was
the
5
sacks.
carries for -26.
Yeah, that was the difference.
That was. Trevor Cardell led the receptions tonight with 12 receptions for 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kay Clemens, 6 receptions, 111 yards. Sammy Cooper, 7 for 85 for 1 touchdown. So once again, a very, very solid night for the Titans.
Another nail biter, Knob Noster and University Academy, 61-8. The final Knob Noster on top.
Wow.
And Lawrence Free State ends up with a 61-18 win over Wichita North. Well, what's all this 68-12 Blue Valley North over Wyandotte? A lot of lopsided first round. And it's interesting because they do start a week later over in Kansas, but they start the playoffs the same week because they only play an 8-game regular season.
Right.
But at any rate, so obviously next week Rockhurst, we'll talk about that in a minute, but first our player of the game. You know, obviously we had some good performances, both sides of the ball. Ben Coble looked pretty good. He threw a bad interception at the end of the first half.
He did, and plus he had two losses that totaled 26 yards that probably could have been prevented by getting rid of the ball.
Cade Clemens came up with a couple of amazing catches early on, especially. Cardell was also very effective. That stiff arm, the couple of touchdown catches. There were a couple of plays that seemed like he gave up on.
You know who I'm going to go with? I think I'm going to have to go with Sammy Cooper.
Yeah, that was where I was going too, but mostly because not only was he a factor on offense, but he was a big factor on defense too.
Big factor on defense. Stepping up at corner for us.
Yeah, and corner and safety. And I don't remember him get toasted on any play.
No. In fact, had that one big break up there towards the end.
Yeah,
it was big.
That was huge. And so I think I'd go with that as well. That was my first choice. Although you could make a pretty good case for Cardell.
Oh, you could, but like you said too,
yeah.
It's he had two great touchdown catches.
Well, the one good thing that I can tell you for this year, for an absolute fact, is that the Titans will not lose to Rockhurst in the district finals.
No.
Because we're going to play them in the semifinals next week. That's the bad part. The good part is we're not going to see it's the last 2 years they lost him in the district finals, right?
Sure have.
So this time
third time's a charm.
Well, this time it's the semifinals. We're getting them a week early.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Well, you know what? I know Coach Carswell and his staff will have them prepared to play because, once again, Severino, he doesn't change. He doesn't change. He runs the same stuff, and he's been doing it forever.
Well, Sterling Edwards changed. He was so vanilla today. No trick plays at all.
None. First one all year, right?
First time I can remember since he took over the job.
Absolutely.
So, obviously, now the good news is that it's going to be right here at Titans Stadium. The Titans will have the home field advantage by virtue of being the second seed.
You know the greatest thing? You lucky people out there get to listen to Joel and I again for another week.
Isn't that great?
Hey, what's for dinner next week, Mark?
Yeah.
That's good luck. That's good luck charm, isn't it, Joel?
I think so. Yeah. I have to smoke something.
Hey, now.
There we go. All right. Well, obviously you can come out here if you can make it to Lee Summit West Titan Stadium next week, 7 o'clock. But if not, you're welcome to join us here on A10Varsity.com, LSWRadio.com for the kid, Alec, our intern, and our producer, Mark Files. The Hall of Fame coach, Royce Boehm. This is Joel Becker. The final score for the final time, 21-13, Titans defeating the Liberty North Eagles here tonight on Titan Football. A presentation of Back Porch Sports, Beck Bros Productions, and A10Varsity.com.